Hello and welcome to Confessions of a Yarn Addict podcast, episode 102. Today I'm going to share what I've been knitting, of course. I picked up an old project I haven't worked on for a while. I made some progress on a couple other projects and I've got some new yarn that arrived that I've been waiting for a while, and a few other things, some sad news and some news about an upcoming event. If you are new here, my name is Anniken. I design knitting patterns, I teach knitting workshops online and in person, and I sell yarn through our website yarnaddict.co.uk. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. I keep looking at my hair in my phone. It's really wet and miserable here today, and I have been out walking the dog this morning. If you've been following me for a while, you will know that I've had problems with my foot since before Christmas. My foot is getting a little bit better and I can walk the dog now, but I'm only walking down to our nearest dog bin and back, which takes me about 15 minutes. Probably should take me closer to 10 minutes, but I'm still walking quite slowly. I'm still limping a bit, but I'm in a lot less pain than I was. So we're going in the right direction, thank goodness. I'm also going to announce the winner of my 100th episode prize draw in this episode. I just remembered I hadn't actually done the draw before I started filming, but I'm having internet problems at the moment, so I can't actually get all the comments up on my computer. I was just looking to see whether it's connected, but it hasn't. So I'm going to film everything else and then I will do the draw later and add it in at the end. So if you want to know if you're the winner or not, you have to watch to the end. I will also reply to that person's comment on episode 100 to tell you the winner. If you are the winner, I will tell you how to contact me. Please contact me if you are the winner. If you don't, then I'll probably leave it till the end of February and then draw another winner. Okay, I can't remember how many comments we got on that post. I might draw 2 winners. I haven't looked. I know there's been loads of comments lately, but I'm a bit behind on replying to comments, so I'm going to try and get that done, catch up on that this week. Okay, so before we start talking about the knitting, let's just talk about some sad news that's happened. I don't know if I talked about it last week or not. I know I did film a bit talking about it 2 weeks ago, but I edited it out of the final episode, but I don't know whether I mentioned it last week. But we lost a family member on Monday morning. We were told 2 weeks ago that they were in end-of-life care, and it's been very up and down since then, getting better, getting worse, but we obviously knew it was going in one direction. And then on Sunday we were called to the care home and told that we were in kind of final few hours. The person passed away Monday morning. So a very difficult situation. It's somebody here in the UK, so I'm going to rush off to Norway or anything like that, but we've decided that we had to pull out of Unravel next week. It's just going to be too much with everything that's going on, and dealing with all of this it's just going to be too much. Neither of us will be in a mood for being all happy and smiley at a show next week. I hadn't done like a ton of preparation because the last couple of weeks I felt like we were in a bit of a limbo whether we would be going ahead with Unravel or not. So I haven't done like a ton of preparations. In fact, I was going to kind of get on with it this week and do a lot, and I was a little bit in panic about it because I was thinking I have an awful lot to do this week. But I'm not doing any of it now. I'd ordered a couple of things, but I hadn't ordered like loads of yarn and things, so it's not like I have loads of stock sitting. I mean, I do have stock sitting here, but I haven't got loads of stock sitting here that I wouldn't have room for, and I'd be panicking about selling. So that's good news. However, if you were planning to buy from us at Unravel, or you'd like to support us, because obviously Unravel is a big show. I haven't done this since 2019, so I was really excited about going back this year. And I'm quite upset about the fact that we can't do it, but I will apply again next year, and hopefully I will get offered a space again next year. I'm hoping it's enough time for somebody else to take my space this year. But obviously I've lost a lot of money in stall fees. I don't know, I guess if somebody else takes my space I'll get some of that refunded. I've lost my hotel fees because I stupidly booked a non-refundable fee. And obviously all the income we would have made from a big show like Unravel. So it is a big financial loss. If you would like to support us, I hate saying this just because we're missing out on the show, but if you would like to support us, I have lots of beautiful yarn on my website. I have some beads that I'm adding today. I've had some more size 6 seed beads in various colours that I'm adding today, the day I'm filming this. And I have both my books, Beaded Lace Knitting and Easy Lace Knits, lots of yarn. I have Glamour Clutch and Colour Clutch kits, and obviously there's all my patterns on Ravelry and Payhip, and my online courses. If you would like to support us, I would really appreciate it. Yeah, because it's not easy at the moment, but as we've had to pull out of Unravel this year, I have decided to do a special offer. So you can get 10% off all my online courses, which includes successful brioche knitting, successful lace knitting, Scandinavian stranded colourwork and steeking, continental knitting, finishing techniques and socks, and 10% off everything on my website, including yarn, beads, notions, beaded lace knitting book and easy lace knits book, and 25% off all my patterns on Ravelry and Payhip. The code is Unravel24, all one word, capital letters, Unravel24. I'll put it on the screen as well, and the discount is valid until the 1st of March 2024. All the details will be below this video, so just click show more or more and you'll see it all. Okay, let's move on to some knitting related things. The next show we will be at will be Wonderful in Wales, in mid Wales, on 27th and 28th of April. So that will be our next show, and then hopefully there'll be a show in the autumn, but I haven't heard yet, so I will talk more about that when I find out whether we have a space or not. Okay, so let's talk about something that arrived this week. Last week I showed you this beautiful skein from Spectrum Fibre. It's their yarn club. This was a January colorway, but when I ordered that, I also ordered some other stuff from Spectrum Fibre. I don't know, actually no, I probably ordered this a few days later, but I ordered it in January and it finally arrived, I think it was like end of last week. Yeah, definitely end of last week. So I'm really excited about this. One of them I ordered for a specific project, but I can't remember why I ordered it, so I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but let me show you what I got. So I got another skein of DK. This is the Love Struck colorway, and it is double knitting, 100% superwash merino, 115 gram, 230 meters, and it's gorgeous. I love this colorway. I think this is the colorway I knitted a lace cardigan in a few years ago in 4-ply. I put on a little bit of weight since then, so that cardigan is a little bit snug on me now, but I'm hoping to get back into it again because I love it. I saw a clutch bag. So I quite like watching the Real Housewives programs from the US. It's my afternoon guilty pleasure. When I finish work, I sit down. It's on for 2 hours in the afternoon here. So I sit down and watch that and do some knitting. And the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, I don't think it was this last series, it must have been the one before. Because the person who was carrying this bag is currently in jail for fraud, so it wasn't this last episode. But one of the people on there were carrying a clutch bag in really bright pink yarn. It looked like it was kind of like slightly sort of boucle type yarn, but I'm not sure. But it was quite a big clutch bag. I don't want to make it that big, but I have this clutch bag. So this is my Glamour clutch bag. This is the pink one, the first one I made. I also have a purple one and a yellow one. And this is quite bright pink. It's not as bright in real life as it looks on screen, I don't think. But I wanted a really bright one. And I was thinking about making one in this yarn. I fancied one that I could use a bit as like a handbag. Maybe a different stitch pattern, making it different. I wasn't sure what to do the glamour clutch or to do something different. I also was considering making it bigger, but if I'm going to make it bigger, I would need more yarn than this. So I don't know, we'll see. But I might do that. I haven't quite decided yet. I'm so busy with deadline knitting for the next 3 weeks till I go to Norway that I wouldn't be doing anything else till, well, I'd have to take a project with me when I go to Norway, so it might be a project for that, although I have something else in mind, or I would do it when I come back from Norway towards the end of March, because I have 1, 2, 4, I think 4 deadlines before I go to Norway. So that's quite a lot to do. So yeah, I won't be casting on the app, but that's what I'm thinking about doing. I also ordered some yarn from another indie dyer, and I ordered a DK yarn that's very similar to that one. I think it's on its way, so hopefully I'll be able to show you that next week. Okay, the other skein I ordered was this one, which is called Love Hearts. So this is also the same base, Superwash Merino DK, and the Love Hearts colorway came in DK and 4-ply. So I ordered both because it looks so pretty. I feel like I have some yarn from Spectrum Fiber that might be similar to this, but I don't know. But I think it goes really nicely with my nails as well, doesn't it? So it just looks so pretty. I have no idea what to do with it. I just like the colorway, and I didn't know whether to go for DK or 4-ply, so I got both, and I don't know what to do with it. But I could use these two for a project, the 2 DK skeins, but I don't know what to do with it yet. So at the moment, I'm gonna not do anything because I can't cast on anything new at the moment anyway, because I'm too busy with my deadline knitting. I also feel like I want to finish some of the things that I have on the needles before I start anything else, because I have, apart from my deadline project, I have one deadline project on the needles, which I'm not going to show you because I can't. I've done quite a bit on that, but not as much as I should have done, and I need to really crack on with that this week. It's due at the end of this month, so I got plenty of time, but I have another small deadline project also due at the end of this month, and the yarn for that hasn't arrived yet, so I have to remember to chase that up today. I was going to do it yesterday, but yesterday, which was when we got the bad news, went a bit pear-shaped for obvious reasons, so I haven't chased up that yarn, but I need to do that this week. The other project is a fairly small project, probably something I can do in a weekend. But let me show you what I have been knitting this week. So my youngest daughter, who's a final year medical student, so she's really busy at the moment. I think she's got her final exam next week. It's like a 3-day practical where they get assessed. I think they go through like various stations and they get assessed on various things, and it's over 3 days. That's next week. Obviously the timing of that is not great at the moment either. So she decided that she wanted to try and run a half marathon. She's always been into running, and she ran the Cardiff Winter Warmer half marathon on Saturday. It was in Butte, I think it's Butte Park in Cardiff, and we went to watch. And the good thing was, because they were running in the park, they were doing laps. So we found a coffee shop which only had outdoor seating by this bridge, which I'm not quite sure what the bridge is called, and they were running across the bridge. So it was quite a good spot to watch her from. So we watched her first 2 times, I think, and then the 3rd time she came around, I missed her. Simon and Vanessa had gone to do something else quickly, and I missed her, and then we caught her the final time. She did finish, she did really well, but she was a bit exhausted afterwards, I think. But I'm really proud of her for doing it, because there's no way I could be running a half marathon. Fun fact, my sister, who was also a doctor, actually she started running half marathons and then went on to run ultra marathons, I think. She was also a doctor. She passed away in 2020. So I guess my daughter takes after my sister. Anyway, in the car on the way up, I knitted a bit on my deadline project and a bit on my hat that I've had on the needles for the last few weeks. And while we were watching the race, because of my foot, I didn't want to walk around too much. So we found this coffee shop, and they had outdoor seating. A bit chilly to start with, but it was fun. It was a sunny day at least. So I sat there the whole race and knitted for a while. Simon took the dog for a walk, so we brought the dog with us, and then for a while I had the dog with me, and he's not very good at like sitting on the floor when we sit in a place like that, and there were loads and loads of dogs around. lots of them off the lead, and he's quite aggressive towards other dogs. So a lot of the time he actually sat on my, most of the time he sat on my lap and I was there on my own. So I had him on my lap and I was trying to knit, as you will see in this video. So I got quite a lot of knitting done. So this is where I was last week, that marker there where my finger is. And when we got to Cardiff, I was there. So I'd done quite a lot last week anyway. And then last night, I didn't sleep very well last night. I woke up and I was feeling a bit hungry. I needed the toilet. My shoulders were hurting. My hip was hurting. So I got up for a couple hours and I knitted a bit then. So I started from there last night, and I actually put the needles on a stitch holder bobby cord thing and tried it on to see how much more I had to go, and I worked out that I had 4 centimeters to go from that blue marker, and I think I measured just before I came upstairs, and I think I've done 3, so I'm nearly there. And then I just have the crown decreases to do. I normally film on Tuesday, which is what I'm doing today. I was thinking about filming tomorrow so I could finish that hat today, but I decided to film this morning because I got the house to myself for a little bit. So the hat I'm knitting is the same one that I knitted for my husband. If you're looking for a similar hat, I would go for the Musselburgh hat, which is very similar. I'm not following the Musselburgh pattern, but it is the same kind of hat. This is for my husband. My hat has 8 stitches less because this one is a little bit loose on me, and I don't know if I think about doing a slightly shorter row, a few rows, because I don't know if I want it quite as kind of poofy, if you like, here. So I think, or if I did, I could perhaps fold it up. No, I don't like that. I think 2 layers will be enough anyway for me, because what you basically do, mess my hair up now. My hair wasn't that great to start with, and now it's, there we go. So you cast on, you knit half the hat, then you knit the second half, and then you decrease and finish at the top here. Then you turn the hat inside itself. So when you pull it out, it's actually like a long tube like that. Because it came kind of separated at one point, Simon said, could I stitch it together? So I actually stitched it together up here. So his won't come apart now, it will stay like this. But he does really like it. It's his favourite hat that I've knitted him. Yeah, so if I was going to make this big as his, I would have quite a bit more to go actually. But I think I'm going to, so that's, hang on. But I'm gonna, so I would have to need to knit it there, I think, but I'm gonna make it a bit smaller, I think. So I will probably, when I think it's long enough, I'll probably put it onto a stitch holder again and try it on again just to make sure I'm happy with it. But I'm hoping to finish this today or tomorrow, or next couple of days, because I'd like to cast on for another project that would be like an easy out and about project, because we're taking Thursday and Friday off. So I'm trying to do a bit of work today and tomorrow. Simon has gone off to do some stuff with his family at the moment, and he's got some other appointments tomorrow, and then he's going to take Thursday and he's working a bit both days, and then we're taking Thursday and Friday off this week. So we might go out and about a bit just to get out of the house, and I would need some knitting then. That's easy and fairly small. So I'm not sure what to do yet. I've got some socks for Simon I'm planning, so I might cast those on, but I will have to see what I decide. Okay, so next knitting, which I said last week I wanted to pick up and work on, and I didn't actually pick it up till Sunday. So when we came back from the care home Sunday evening, I just wanted something nice and easy to knit, so I picked this up. Now I had printed off a pattern and put it in here. It's not a complete pattern. It only had the back and the beginning of the right front, and I was on the left front, and I was like, where's the rest of it? What am I doing? Luckily I had actually typed it up so I could find it on my tablet. I just hadn't printed it off again. So once I worked that out, I started again, and I have actually, I'm going to break this yarn because I think I'm finished with this yarn. So let me just detach that. So the yarn for the hat is from Pixie Yarns. This is also Pixie Yarns, and I'm going to share the other yarn colors with you in a minute, but I'm going to see if I could try this on. So I have several skeins. I decided this purple one would be the one I started with, and then I also have some mini skein sets from her, oh, what are they called, Equinox monthly club last year. She did mini skein sets. She did spring solstice, summer equinox, autumn solstice or something, and winter equinox or something like that. So I got all of it except the autumn one. But I don't know, this one I think is the summer one, this pink one, and I have the other skeins from there which I haven't used yet. So I haven't quite decided exactly how this design is going to work out. I'm kind of making it up as I go along. Okay, so I could have done with putting the back onto 2. I want to see roughly how long down my sleeves set. So they're on these things on the back, so I'm just pulling them as long as they'll go. And then it's on, hang on, let me just spread the stitches out of the front a bit. It will block out a bit bigger, but it's probably kind of elbow to elbow. Whether I will pick up here and knit down, I don't know yet. But it's probably, yeah, probably got to like the underarm, I think. Hang on. So now I probably need to knit a little bit more to get to the underarm. I was kind of hoping this would be the underarm, but that's kind of what it looks like. So it's going to be a cardigan. Before I carry on, let me just clip these things back together so that I don't accidentally pull it out. These, I love these. I think people call them barber cords. I love these. They're just so good to put your stitches on. So that's kind of what it looks like. That's the wrong side, that's the right side. And then each front kind of looks like that. So from the last time I talked about this in the podcast, which is before Christmas, so when I picked it up on Sunday, I hadn't worked on this since before Christmas, before we went to Norway, and I was there. So I did all of that on the left front over Sunday evening and a little bit yesterday evening, and not the whole of yesterday evening. So let me show you what yarn I have, because I haven't decided what yarn to pick up next. So I have about 7.5 grams left of this colour. Problem is, where I got to now, I've actually got to where the V-neck meets, and I was thinking I don't want to do any more rows. I could possibly do a couple more rows on front and back, but I want to make sure that I leave a little bit of each skein so that if somebody wants to knit it exactly like I am, then they can do that. That's what I have left of the first mini skein. So let me show you what other yarn I have, which I put in this big project bag. So that's one of the other colours I have. Just wind it up. This has come undone a bit in here for some reason. I don't know. Got tangled up with another yarn. This is not good. Right, there we go. So I have that one, which was, I think that's the 2022 Pixie Yarn birthday colorway, which I got at Stitch Fest in November 2022. And then the mini skein set that I'm currently knitting with for those crossed stitches here. I use one of the 5 mini skeins for swatching, and then these are the other 3. But I used one of them, which was kind of the last one, I think, which was a little bit more almost orange, which I used for swatching. So I don't, and then I also have this one, which is Après Midi. That's the colorway. These are all sock yarn. And then I have these 2 mini skein sets, which are the Spring Equinox set. That one is just plain solid sock yarn. This one is speckled with sparkles. So I don't know if I'm going to use these. I was thinking these went nicely with that one. So I think I'm probably going to use these. I may just use the solid ones. I don't know if I'll use the sparkly speckled ones. And I don't know if I'll use this one. So what I need to decide now is which colorway do I use next. I plan to use that one because that's the one I'd wound. But I don't know whether that goes so well. I'm also thinking about using that one, which has a bit more of that kind of purple color in it. So I don't know. And then I'm going to blend in the rest of the mini skeins from, I guess it must be the summer solstice set, these 3. So I'm going to carry on that cross stitch pattern for a bit longer and then decide what to do from there. So I'm kind of making it up as I go along. I also have the Yule solstice set. I think there was a winter equinox and a Yule solstice thing. And I got this one. I didn't get the winter one, I don't think. I can't remember. They were on sale on Pixie Yarn's website till fairly recently, and I was tempted to get some more, but I didn't, and I'm kind of regretting that. Maybe I should have done. I don't know, but I don't know whether to carry on with that one. It also has some of the purple in it, or whether to use that one. I don't know whether these two go that nicely together. But that one, when it was in the skein, it looked quite good with the other one that I've already used. So I don't know. I'm going to put them both in here actually, with that one, and take that downstairs with me so that I can decide. And my priority till the end of this month is these 2 deadline projects, and then 2 of my sample knitters are doing another 2 which are due before I go to Norway, which is 3 weeks from today, I think. So once I finish these deadline projects, I have a little bit of leeway, and I want to try to finish that cardigan because I'm thinking that'd be quite nice to take with me to Norway, especially mainly probably when I'm traveling, because I'm a bit worried. In March it's still going to be quite cold in Norway, so I'll need a proper winter coat. But it could be warmer here, and it might be too warm to wear a winter coat going through London on the tube and things. So I was thinking that cardigan would be quite nice. And then the other thing I've got, which I've also done quite a bit on, is my sweater, which is in my Hohi. I think we're doing a review on this one, and like my experience of buying it, considering the fact it comes from Argentina. So because they're quite expensive, so if you've been thinking about getting one but you're not sure, let me know if you'd like me to do a review on it. I like the bag, but there were a couple of things I wasn't 100% happy with in the buying process. So my pink sweater, I'm on the first sleeve, and I've done quite a lot. So where was I last week? Oh no, I haven't put a marker in. Okay, I thought I put a marker in. I think last week I was kind of up here somewhere. That's where the sleeve starts. So I think I was probably up here somewhere. So I've done quite a bit. I was actually thinking about putting this on to see how long the sleeve is, because I need to check the length anyway. Wearing a black top today, so I'm a little bit worried about putting this on in case I get covered in lilac fluff. But it's not too fluffy, but it's a little bit. Don't know whether it feels a bit more fluffy than my pink one. So if you've been watching me for a while, you will know that I've got a pink one. Obviously I need to do the neckline, which I haven't done yet. Oh, the sleeves aren't that far from being done actually. So the armholes are shallower and the sleeves are less baggy, voluminous, is that what it's called? The sleeves on the other one are roomier, and I didn't want that on this one. I wanted narrower sleeves. So yeah, I'm kind of here. Let me just make sure this one, maybe I will put those on hold and just knit the neckline so that I can try it on properly. And I am nearly at the wrist, so that's good. I was thinking I was getting close, but I thought I was like 3/4, I'm actually nearly done. Okay, my sweater, my black sweater is now covered in lilac fluff. So I should be able to finish the sleeves this week and start the sleeves for next week. So I'm going to try and do a little bit of work on that every evening. Obviously I need to prioritize my deadline project. Sorry, it's gone very dark behind me now. I don't know why. I think it stopped raining now, I think, and I think the sun's trying to come out. But yeah, it's gone a bit dark behind me, so apologies for that. But we're coming to the end. I need to try and get all the fluff of this black sweater. This is the problem because I have so many black tops, especially this one. I have this one like 3, they're nearly the same, slightly different, well, 2 different sizes and one that's slightly different neckline. But I really like it. So I'm thinking about knitting that lilac sweater, which I've also done in pink. I'm also thinking about knitting it in a charcoal grey. I think what I might do, I was thinking about whether I should buy that yarn when I go to Norway next time in March, but I don't think I'm going to. I'm probably going to go to Norway again in September, end of August, beginning of September. That's my plan. So I might buy that then and then knit it for next winter. I'm thinking about knitting it holding 2 strands double, but I'm also worried that might be too thick because I love my pink sweater and I wear it all the time. I'm also very tempted to get more of that pink yarn so that if I ruin it or it gets worn out or anything because I wear it so much, I can knit another one because I really like that yarn. It's a little bit fluffy. It's not too fluffy. It is fluffy enough to leave my black sweater covered in fluff, but it's not too fluffy and I really like it, and I wear it just all the time. I was wearing it yesterday and I'd be devastated if I did anything to that pink sweater. The handbag I'm carrying at the moment, it has a zip on the back, and a couple of times that zip closure has got caught in my pink sweater when I worn it. So when I wear that pink sweater and that bag together now, I turn the bag the wrong way out so that the pocket that should be on the back is on the front, so it doesn't catch on my sweater. That's why I'm a bit worried that I'm going to rip it. That's why I'm thinking maybe I should get another batch of yarn for it. It's only like 300 grams. It's not that much. And I could always use it for something else if I change my mind. I think I'm always going to love pink, so that's not going to be a problem. Oh, suddenly the light went very dark and now it's gone brighter again. I don't know what's wrong with my... don't know whether it's my camera that's going wrong or what it is. Okay, I've done the price draw. So the price draw, I have like a price pack with some yarn, some magazines, different things. You can either choose between that, copy of one of my books, or one of my online courses. So this price pack with some yarns, magazines and things like that. One of my books, either Easy Lace Knits or Beaded Lace Knitting, or one of my online courses. So if you don't live in the UK, you may want to consider the online courses because I'm happy to send you the price in the post, but you will probably have to pay customs charges on it if you're not in the UK. So, or Ireland. I think there's a customs union between UK and Ireland. So if you're outside the UK and Ireland, it's likely you will have to pay customs charges. So if you prefer to choose one of my online courses, that's absolutely fine. I will leave a comment on your comment on my 100th episode post and tell you where to contact me. But if you are watching this episode, and both of you said you were watching regularly, so thank you very much for that. The first one, the username is Lalia Zudelia 5004. So LALIA ZUDELIA 5004. Lalia Zudelia 5004. Apologies if I pronounced that wrong. And then the other one is Marie Allen. Marie MARIE, Allen AHLEN. So you are the winners. I will leave a comment on your post, on your comment on my 100th episode. So if you want to email me at info@yarnaddict.co.uk, that's info@yarnaddict.co.uk. Email me and just put in the thing, in the title, no, in the topic thing, that it's about the 100th episode winner, and email me and I will be in touch with you with what your prices are and ask you to choose, and then we'll get that sorted out. So if you haven't contacted me by the end of February, so it's this video goes out on the 15th of February, so I will give you to the end of February. If you haven't contacted me by then, I will redraw the price. Last month I did a price draw the person never got in touch with me, and then I forgot to redraw it, but I will remember to redraw it this time. We are getting closer can't talk. We are getting close to 3,000 subscribers. So when we get to 3,000 subscribers, I will do another prize draw. This week's Tuesday video was a review of the new Knit Pro Symphony yarns. I reviewed the Luna, which is the Merino Silk Blend, and the Viva, I think it's called, which is the, let me just reach over. Yeah, so the Viva and the Luna. I've knitted a project with the Luna. I've knitted some swatches with the Viva. Or did I do a project with the Viva as well? No, I've knitted a project with both of them. That's right. This is the project I knitted with the Luna, and I don't know what's happened to the one I knitted with the Viva, but it's in tech editing at the moment, so it will be out soon. So I did a review on these yarns, and that's the video that was out on Tuesday this week. So I will link to that below and at the end of this video. And next week there will be another tutorial, some more details about that in next week's podcast. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.